This is a movie review for The Hunger Games. Welcome to Jody's Corner. You guys are like, Hunger Games, Jody, what? You've been reviewing movies for 9 years. Why are you... We know you saw that. Nope. I have never seen The Hunger Games.
There were plenty of films that came out that year, including Django, Skyfall, and a plethora of others.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yes. You know why he'll see Dark Knight Rises before he see this.
So, and plus it was something that didn't interest me. But after seeing this, holy crap, I missed out because this was actually a good freaking movie, bro. This is what catapulted Jennifer Lawrence into stardom, and deservedly so based on this movie here. This is a dystopian era where 12 districts send 2 people ages 12 to 18 off to the Hunger Games for a tribute in a fight to the death where only one person survives. And that person that survives moves on into glory or whatever the heck. She had a sister, and the sister was nominated, so she took her place, and then she enters the Hunger Games.
And thus the movie begins to take off from that point.
We have a society in this world where they're hungry. She was like, dude threw her bread, and she was like, the dude, Liam Hemsworth, pull out bread. She's like, oh, bread. So it's like, you guys are starving them on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are, and it's called Hunger Games. But I didn't really get a sense so much of hunger for the games, because they had good food when they got chosen. They were on the train while they were in their little thing. But it wasn't like the games were for a prize. Like, you're not gonna starve anymore. Your district will get food. There's a reward of a cow and some food.
No,
and
just
some
the prize. The prize is the victor themselves. They survive.
But y'all still hungry.
And live on. And,
popularity type shit. Like, you know.
And of course, for remembering what took place before we had the Hunger Games, because it was way worse.
Yeah, I don't really so much buy into why they do Hunger Games by sacrificing kids to stop people from going to war, when in actuality, in like the real essence of the world, people will go to war if you start making that law. So I don't really buy into that premise, but I said forget it, let me just dive in and watch it. And there were some really good performances here. Woody Harrelson is amazing, he's dope. Jennifer Lawrence did a really good job at being a feminine, at the same time heroic and tough girl boss in the nicest way I could say it. There's no agenda with this character. So, like I said earlier, I could put her in the same category as an Alita, a Ripley, a Sarah Connor, a Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, as strong female lead characters in a movie. I back her 100% based off of this. What she turns into later in life, like doing X-Men Mystique, not wanting to put on the blue makeup, saying that X-Men should be X-Women, she definitely turned into a little bit more other stuff. But here, I could see how men and women could enjoy this character, bro. So I think that overall, this movie was well done, decently directed. There is a couple of scenes that made me want to vomit in my mouth because it was so cheesy and BS. I was like, oh God. But for the most part, it's a good movie that caters to, and its identity is movie first, novel pop culture franchise second. And that's probably the best way to do it, because being trying to be the best movie is the best way to make your franchise be successful and beloved. That's why there's 4 of these motherfuckers.
I didn't know this was a book when I went and saw it.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to movies.
Right.
I see the trailer. That looks interesting. All right, I'll keep a lookout for this. You know, I'm gonna go and experience this for the first time, and then I'm just like, wow, I'm blown away. I didn't expect for it to be this long. I didn't expect for it to be this good. I didn't expect for these moments. I didn't expect for those moments. Like you said, there are moments where you kind of like, oh, okay. But I just go on ahead and say, I'm watching a film. It's not my real world. It's their real world. And just say, it is what it is. Sometimes you can't, but for the most part in this film, in The Hunger Games, I let it go.
It was sad looking at this movie though, just going by the things that they had to go through in life. You know, the fight that they had to go through with this district, and the death skull that was happening. You know, the people had to kill them. They had to be killed. They had to kill each other just to make sure that this will work for them, or work for their families and shit like that. So having that
just to make sure that this will work for them or work for their families. What the freak does that mean?
I'll explain it.
Let them explain.
So what I mean by work for their families, if they're doing this, they pick them from their district through per district or whatever. You get a toll, meaning like one person might get they get like a popularity. They might get other things from this district or whatever.
They might get a popularity.
They'll get popularity, meaning like if this person wins, as we saw, you get rewards and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The rewards and stuff, I'm sure it will start coming for them. You know what I'm saying? It'll start happening for them in their lives, especially in their family.
I didn't see that in this movie though. You're going to
no. I'm saying
future movies. In this movie, family didn't get shit.
No,
they went right back to their regular lives.
Right, but you see how like they were popular now.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like they're popular in that type of
within their district.
Yeah, in their district, they are the popular ones in their district.
Okay,
so basically, that's also a win for your district at the same time, because you have the top dogs a part of your district. But also, what I did not like was innocent kids had to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? They had to kill each other for this. For sure. That was sad, and that was messed up with this. You know what I'm saying? And you put it out there. This basically like how everything was operated was like kind of like the Holocaust, kind of how like things are happening in the world right now. I agree with that. It's sad. This was a sad situation. The only good part about it was when she stood up and saved him. Saved his life, because this could have been like a different story if that didn't happen.
She stood up and saved his life.
She saved Peter's life.
His name's Peter?
Yes.
Yeah. How'd she stand up and save his life?
If she let Peter die, if Peter would have died, just stood there, and she never would have looked for him, that would have been a wrap for him.
Okay. That's what you mean by stand up and save his life.
Yeah.
Because she didn't really just do something that stood up and saved his life in the movie.
And not even that though.
You're talking about metaphorically.
Not just that though. She could have killed him. If it was at that point, she could have killed him. She decided, no, I'm not about to get these people to power. We're gonna do it together.
Oh, you're talking about the end of the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she could have killed him. She had the weapon. She could have killed him, but she didn't. She let him live. And that becomes a beautiful story at the same time.
Some of the moments are definitely forced, where some of the deaths happen and there's some retaliation or no retaliation, and you kind of go, in that situation I feel like if I was there, I'm going to take advantage of this, or I'm going to put myself in a better position and take this person out if they're a big threat, some of those types of things. And also where there are moments where some deaths happened, and the districts, because this is all being filmed and viewed throughout the districts did feel some type of way. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. Can't tell you the exact results of that because we want you to go and see it for yourselves. But
what does he mean by seeing it
moments
for yourselves? What he means is that we did a reaction to this video and it's on our Patreon. I would like to take this moment to thank the thousands of people who have joined up for Jody's Corner Patreon. So round of applause for all of you guys. I couldn't imagine a tremendous amount of people are already members of the Patreon because y'all know the value there. We're watching Sopranos. What else are we watching? The Studios watched.
The Studio.
Severance is over there.
Yes, Severance.
We did a movie reaction to the Tyler Perry movie that just came out 2 days
Straw?
ago. Straw.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of content over there, bro. So I really appreciate it because, copyrights and all that. The full movie reaction is on our Patreon. If you're watching this review and you're a patron, you already know about it. And if you guys are interested in seeing the actual reaction to somebody like me who has not watched it for the first time, it's there for you guys. JodysCorner.com, Patreon.com/JodysCorner. Thanks for the call, Lottie. I'm in a movie review right now at the moment.
Damn, my bad. All right.
It's all right. I'll holler at you later.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah.
I only got one.
Speaking of Patreon,
well, go ahead.
Speaking of Patreon, I just got a call from Discord. That was, if you join Patreon, you get access to the private server of Discord. Let's do a little jump in right quick. Let's see what they're talking about. What's up, Discord? Y'all some suckers. Y'all some marks. What's up?
Jody,
Yeah.
what time?
How the hell we marks
marks
now? You know what, Jody? You just missed it. Yes, Joe, we are marks.
You are being recorded, just to let you know.
Hey, we recorded.
Hold on.
We recorded. We just added
What
y'all.
time we getting these tickets tomorrow?
Bro, we're getting the tickets tomorrow. What is it? 9 p.m. the day before, or is it midnight? 9 p.m. for us.
It's
Midnight for y'all.
It's 9 a.m. for you.
9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. Pacific,
Yes.
12 p.m. Eastern for the East Coast.
Yes, for us.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk
Not
about it
yet.
later. I just wanted to hop in and promote our Patreon and how they can get access to the private Discord at, like, right now. What are you
For
guys
sure.
doing? What are y'all talking about?
We
we
having
just talking about
discussions
Yu-Gi-Oh.
on films, Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, watch parties we
Yeah.
might be doing later tonight.
Did you guys
what
wait,
else?
Didn't you guys just do a
Anime debate?
Didn't y'all just do a watch party of Sinners last night?
Yes, we
Yes,
did.
we did.
And we had a discussion in the debate.
For sure.
Yes.
Horrible film, by the way. I haven't gotten to tell you guys my thoughts. You guys like Sinners?
See, I'm not going to let
that's a debate for another day.
poke the bear right now. I'm going to leave that.
Yeah,
alone.
that's a debate for another day. That's a debate.
All right,
for
guys.
another day.
Shout out to y'all. I'll be back later. I'll holler at y'all. See, this is the
All right.
Discord. This is the Discord, guys. This is how they get down. It's great. It's a place to hang out. And a lot of people, sometimes people just need places to go hang out, bro. And that's what this is.
I got
Place
one
to
last
chill.
question for you, though.
All right.
He has finished watching The Hunger Games. And now, because he's got a very big movie brain, he's concerned about continuing the journey. Does he continue or does he stop? Go on ahead and give us your answer in the comments. While you're at it, like and subscribe. You can get to that Patreon.
Where the freak is
You're in the wrong
Max?
one.
Oh, this tab. Okay, cool.
Like, where's
So many
it going?
tabs. So many tabs.
Yeah, because for the same Patreon subscription, y'all have access to not just anime.com. Is my anime website. There's an amazing value when you join our Patreon. You get access to all of our anime at notjustanime.com. You get access to all the content on Patreon, and you get access to the private Discord.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So that's why thousands of people have joined. So shout out to y'all. The movie reaction is there. Okay, so there's this little black girl, we so bored, don't F with your discourse.
No future. No future.
From the Acolyte. But the little black girl was so cute and adorable, and she represented innocence.
Mm-hmm.
And I got emotional witnessing her scene. I think the most emotion that I got was witnessing her death, and then witnessing the father watching his freaking daughter's death on camera and saying, freak this shit.
Yeah.
Bah, busting stuff up.
Yeah.
And her people
Joining.
rioting against the
Yeah.
oppressive, the establishment.
Yeah.
I was emotional watching that.
You can call
I
it the
felt-
Capitol.
Yeah. I would. It made me think about, the whole, stuff that we've been seeing in our society in the last 5 years, bro. So especially things going on in LA right now. It was powerful for me. And it instantly made me feel like once I started to see that the capital, the government, the powers that be, the man was manipulating the games, I said, oh, freak you motherfreakers. Y'all got to go.
Oh, yeah, he was all for him before that.
Yes, I was all for the game.
He was all in.
I was putting respect on it, like, okay, factions, this, fight to the death, all right, cool. But once they show me that they're manipulating the games, putting stuff in there, starting the fire, burning her, making it hard for her, bringing dogs, that's where I'm like, all right, you motherfreakers is evil, y'all some dictators, and y'all need to go. Now I want J-Law to bring the law to these lawless motherfreakers, bro. I'm behind her 100%, bro. And you're right, BG4. When we get to the end of the movie, I'm seeing that it ends really well, bro. Even though I predicted it beat for beat, it was the good ending. It's what I wanted. I wanted it. It was my ending was the ending of the movie,
Yes.
which was lit. So it wasn't a prediction. It was something that I wanted, and then they gave me what I wanted. So that was freaking amazing. Great ending. Not the end fight, but more the ending. I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna watch part 2. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna mess this franchise up. I don't really know the Hunger Games franchise, like how the fans feel about it. I don't know if Hunger Games is like Twilight or Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. I don't know if this is beloved.
They are.
Yeah.
It is.
But
It is.
I understand it's beloved because the fans are going to cap for this no matter what. But I'm talking about the fans that know quality of film.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then I see that this movie came out in 2013, and then you look at Catching Fire down here. 2013. I mean 2012. Hunger Games 2012. The sequels the very next year.
Yeah.
So were you
People
making
love-
both of these movies at the
back to
same
back,
time?
back to
Pretty
back.
much.
Yeah.
That could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Like,
And look, I was surprised because I saw Hunger Games, and then again, time is passing. What?
yeah,
Oh, I'm in.
right.
Yeah. That catchy tone. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Had I watched this in the theaters, and then 7 months later, there's a trailer for the next one that's coming out next year. I'm doing
Yes.
this. I'm like, heck yeah. Just like Infinity War and Endgame. But I don't know, man. I feel like this is such a good movie as far as a new franchise, new IP, big novel, big IP, that I'm afraid of that sequel not living up to the snuff. Because the ending was so good. Sometimes listen to me. The biggest problem with franchises, the biggest problem with television shows and franchises and movies and video games, they don't know when to end it. They keep going and going as long as they make money.
Shout out to the Fresh Prince.
What does that mean? Fresh
It
Prince?
ended. It ended. Good ending. Didn't need to keep going.
Oh, I was gonna say, what you trying to say? Ended bad?
Not the modern,
I
version
think
of
Fresh
it.
Prince was canceled though.
I don't care. It still ended.
I don't count that.
You don't count that? Okay.
Seinfeld gets
ended
credit.
fine too.
Seinfeld said we're ending, and the network said please keep going. Seinfeld said no.
No.
Martin was canceled too, wasn't it?
Yep. Martin ended up getting canceled. They didn't want it to drop and the quality to drop, and it ruins the legacy of the show.
True.
Most movies keep going out, and that's how you go from Transformers 1 and 2 to Transformers 6. You just see your franchise go down a nosedive. That's how that happens, because you're just hungry for the money. Oh, more money. Even though narratively you wrote yourself into a corner. There's no movie to write.
There's
it's like,
nothing
what
there.
do we do? We told
Give
the
'em
story.
whatever. Give 'em
Sir,
whatever.
we told the story. We did a trilogy.
Dang.
Let's make a fourth. The last one made $1 billion. What if she doesn't die in the third
Unbelievable,
one,
the thought
and she
I
gets
just
brought
had.
back to life somehow?
Unbelievable the thought I just had. Irving is in Transformers. Severance.
And Transformers?
Yeah.
Which one?
Irving?
Yeah.
The first?
Yes, he's in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wiki.
Yes. Yeah.
It just popped into my head all of a sudden.
And he's
Good
dope
God.
in those movies.
Yes.
He's dope in those movies too. So yeah. And I feel it. Like, I know that there's a Catching Fire Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2. I mean, what you doing?
That's the conclusion.
You're milking.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like
That's the
you're going to end up
conclusion.
milking. Like, I'm willing to wager that Mockingjay could have been one movie. I'm willing to wager it. They stretched them out. They put fluff in there to stretch it to make double the money. So I sense the greed here. There shouldn't be a fourth movie. Should only be 3. A trilogy.
Okay. I can agree with you in regards to the Part 1 and Part 2. But I think at this time, Harry Potter's already done it.
Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2.
So there's that. They've already got something that tracked to say this would work. So there is that. But when I saw Part 1, I knew it was another part, but I was surprised it was Part 1 and Part 2. Thought it would have been one more film.
This movie created...
Real quick, I'm sorry, E-Man. Mission Impossible did that. Dead Reckoning Part 1 and Part 2. How'd that work out? 2 mid movies instead of one great one.
I can understand that.
Imagine if they took Part 1, Part 2 of Dead Reckoning and made it one cohesive movie. You have it with a really good movie. Dead Reckoning Part 1 and Part 2 are not bad movies, but they're not good. They're the worst of the franchise. The worst of the franchise of Mission Impossible are the last 2 movies.
Yeah,
That's not a coincidence. That's because you're milking. You got to stop. Go ahead.
This movie created another franchise, Divergent. Like, nobody thought about that. Nope, everybody thought that was gonna be like another Hunger Games. Similar it was, and this gave the foundation of it though. Like,
Keep going.
this gave the foundation of Divergent, and it kind of like has certain similarities to it, but it is a good movie though. It is a good film. It is a good story,
Okay.
and that became something people loved too for a while.
It gave
I think it got
birth to
3. I think it came with 3, and that was it.
Divergent and that franchise Maze Runner.
Oh yeah, Divergent created Maze Runner, right? Yeah,
So,
you're right about that. Yeah,
There's those 2 films.
and Maze Runner
along
is
the
pretty
same
good.
path.
Maze Runner is insane.
But Divergent was also a novel series too.
Yes.
So I can't really say that Hunger Games spawned Divergent when they were both books.
As far as the success.
As far as adapting it to a movie,
Yeah.
maybe.
That's what I'm saying, and I think that's what he's trying to say.
When did yeah.
Yeah.
If this came out in 2012, Divergent was later.
Divergent came 2014, and
Yeah.
also Maze Runner came after that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
nobody ever even thought about like that. You know, compared to this, and seeing Hunger Games, it's like, oh shit, I want to see what this is about. If this
But I
is
can
kinda like
absolutely
Hunger
tell
Games
you,
in a way.
those
Yeah.
trailers for the Divergent and Maze Runner didn't capture me like Hunger Games did. So I never went and saw any of their films.
Oh, so you never seen Divergent?
I have not. I've seen clips and pieces. When it's played on TNT right before a game, and then you see the ending, and then they give you the 4.5 times speed trailers. I mean, trailers that they're going past before the game comes on. That's when I see some of it, and I'm like, oh, that's that film.
In that
Okay.
little-
You seen
Yeah,
Maze Runner,
in a little
right?
small box. Yeah, you were on the TV. You can't say we didn't show you your credits.
You seen Maze Runner?
No, he probably
No.
has not.
No.
Don't.
I don't watch the teen tween novel franchises.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I've seen some of Divergent. I've seen the second ones, Insurgent, Revergent.
Yeah, you're right.
some
You're
shit
right.
like
Something
that.
along that lines. I'll look up.
Yeah, I seen the second one because my baby mama watched it.
I think
She
you
loves
might.
it.
I think you definitely might like Maze Runner for sure.
Maybe.
Great story, good
Maybe.
good
Yeah.
film. It's
Insurgent
wild.
is
It's wild.
the second one, and then the third one is Allegiant.
It's wild.
Allegiant. I think I might have seen that one.
Yeah.
So this is a really good movie, guys. Like I really like the story behind it, and I like the characters. The cast was good. You got Donald Sutherland as Lord Sidious, the Sith Lord himself.
He don't matter.
Bro, his evil oozes bullshit. He
Come on,
don't
keep,
matter.
Keep rolling them off.
You
keep
don't-
rolling them off.
You do not cast Donald Sutherland. Rest in peace, by the way. We lost him in the last year or so.
Oh wow.
You do not cast Jack Bauer's daddy to be in this movie unless he's Sidious Lord Emperor evil bad guy.
Stanley Tucci, Wes Bentley, Jennifer Lawrence, of course. Liam Hemsworth.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yes. Trying to find Woody Harrelson.
Yes. A great cast. This is a great cast of talent, bro, and it worked out, man. And
None of those matter. The top 2 you went to go see, of course, Jennifer Lawrence playing, the main protagonist, but also Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz
Lenny Kravitz was in this movie.
Yes.
And he did a good job.
Yeah.
did a great job.
He actually did a good job. So I like this movie a lot. The acting was pretty good. The direction was decent. I would say the directing was good, even though there were some errors that I didn't like. The script, the story was good, solid. I ain't mad at this movie, bro.
They never really got in their way. They really could have, but they did not.
Guys, do you see what happens? It's not about us being against female leads. The problem is most female-led movies suck.
We love female leads
Because they're trying to make the movie all about the girl and not about anyone else, and men are bad and I am above it all.
We can
That
do exactly
agenda-
what you can and all that stuff.
Bro.
We don't care about that. We want to see you be the character and be
Got a
them.
5'6" woman beating a 6'6" man, bro.
Like, this is proof of that. This is modern proof of that. I used to only use Alita and Wonder Woman as modern examples because I didn't watch this. But every example where I said, no, it's not about us being against modern movies with female leads, because look at Alita, look at Wonder Woman. And now I can say, look at Hunger Games.
Yeah, she held it down.
As an
she
example.
did. She
look at what
definitely did.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Lawrence did
Yeah.
with Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
solid movie. I think that it checks a lot of boxes, not the boxes that I like that they be checking nowadays. I'm talking about the boxes that they check. The boxes they check nowadays is LGBTQ, identity, gender, how many blacks, how many Asians, how many women, how few white people. I don't like those boxes being checked. The boxes that are checked in this movie is direction, acting, story, script. Let's talk about the pacing for a minute, because it's recently been announced that Superman's runtime is 2 hours and 9 minutes. The official runtime for this movie is 2:23, and you feel how fast this movie. It's 2:23. It felt like less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
This thing feels because it's good.
It didn't even feel like it was 2 hours.
It didn't feel like over 2 hours.
But it was
Nah.
good. Yeah, it didn't feel
So
like it
what
was
you
2
think
hours.
Superman gonna feel like?
And there were a lot of moments in this film that had lack of score.
Yeah.
Facts.
Very quiet scene moments.
That's a very good point.
So when you can do that without having to actually rely on the score to really build up a moment or have all that
Build
tension
that
and everything,
character up,
you're
yeah.
doing a great job.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
You're
That's a
doing
really good
great
point.
job.
So that makes it so those of you guys who watch the live streams, this is why I don't think 2 hours 9 minutes is enough for a Superman movie with all those characters. I wish that Superman was this time length, because this is solid right here. So not to say that Superman's time length is going to be bad. It could be great depending on the movie, but it's just that when you're watching something and you want a full total package, 2 hours 23 minutes is perfect time to introduce and then make you buy into the world. And it's not like Superman. This is a new IP, and they did that in this amount of time. But we ain't seen a solid Superman movie since freaking
Christopher Reeve.
Superman Returns,
Yeah.
2006, 20 years ago.
Yeesh.
So
Pick up that island.
I'm thinking about that. So shout out to Warner Brothers for knowing how to make quality of film, because this is a Warner Brothers movie. And shout out to Hunger Games. With all that being said, with some of the things that I didn't like, like the Wasp thing was pretty cool. I didn't necessarily like the fact that they teamed up to try to get her. That was a problem for me. And the way they were shooting the arrows at her and they were like, let's just walk away.
Yeah.
Fall asleep. That's just crazy, man. Just go on the other side of the tree and shoot her. I just think that could have been done better. I don't, there's some things with the dogs. There's some stuff with there's some things in there that you guys will see in the reaction. Those of you guys who are on the Patreon that you'll see in real time my reaction to it, like not really feeling it. But things that I do like. And there's a lot of things about this movie that I do like. And because of that, I give the Hunger Games an A-, bro.
Ooh.
Straight up.
That's
a
very
good stamp.
respectable.
What's your grade for Hunger Games?
E-Man.
My grade for Hunger Games, bro, will have to be an A, because it was very enjoyable. It kept me in. It kept me satisfied. And I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed what it was bringing to the table. So, yeah.
BG4?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. A+.
Woo! Shoot!
It's an A+.
A+ that's like perfect. That's
Original IP, something at the time I had never seen before, kept me entertained for over 2 hours.
It's your grade. I ain't mad at you.
And even though there were some of those picky moments, they didn't outweigh everything else that this was giving me. Thus it being the Hunger Games, because I wanted more.
All right. To justify my grade, knowing that he justified his, in case you guys haven't, I said it during the review, but let me just highlight why I'm giving A-. The eye roll moments, some directorial errors, and some story things that I didn't necessarily buy into. And then the fact that there is no score in this thing, like at all, almost. So it's like, you're losing a lot of epic when you don't have a score.
I'll say it this way. Their score, or if you were to go and listen to their score, it's really the
bird.
The music, well, it's the bird, but it's the music that they play when he's interviewing folks. and going into the Capitol and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not really a lot, but it's not a musical score that I would go and be like, I need to listen to this.
Yeah, this movie really didn't need to score too much though to really give us that.
That you saying that because you didn't get one.
What
You
could
didn't
it
get an
have
epic one.
been if it had one?
Exactly.
That's a question we'll always have,
it
though.
takes those scenes to another level when you got an epic score playing.
Because it make you what?
If you don't hear, if you don't hear that tense violin at the beginning of The Dark Knight in that first scene, it changes. If it's just silent or just the ambient sound of cars going by and you go in on him,
yes,
it's different.
Yes. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. I guess I don't know about the sequel. You guys will find out. I guess it's a disservice to not watch the sequel because the first movie was so. I'm just so scared.
Discord will find out first.
The second one is good. Do you concur?
I'm gonna let Discord decide that.
All right, bet.
Thank you guys so very. Should we ask them right now and see what they say so they can see how?
That's for them to go on ahead and like and subscribe, join the Patreon, and then get access to the Discord and see what happens.
Patreon.com/Jody's Corner. Don't forget that you also get access to our website, notjustanime.com.
NotJustAnime.com is here. Yeah. Go to NotJustAnime.com. Click any video that you want, and boom, you're going to see a page to authenticate Patreon. Click the Patreon authentication, and that's it. You're in. Hundreds of videos of anime content to come. Some of these videos are like an hour long. Some of them 2 hours long. Only way to find out is go to NotJustAnime.com. You get access to our special Discord server, and I would like to officially announce that we're going to be reacting to One Piece. NotJustAnime.com.
Many reasons why you should join the Patreon. Patreon.com/Jody's Corner. This has been the Hunger Games. Subscribe to Jody's Corner for that realness. I'm live every Wednesday and Friday. I'll see y'all. We out. Deuces.